The final exam will focus primarily on psycholinguistics. So you have 145 points. I think there are 12 questions. The first three, and most of these questions are 10 points apiece. The first three questions are true-false questions based on what we call preliminaries and child language acquisition. So if I said to you, children learn a language only by memorizing sentences and words, then you would say false to that. You want to know what is biologically triggered behavior. So language initially is seen by many linguists as a biologically triggered behavior. Why is that? So review the workbook for those reasons. So this question will be something like this. It'll say, which of the following statements does not defend language as a biologically triggered behavior? So it means that all the answers defend it, but one does not, and it's the not answer is the one that you want to pick. Okay, the next question, question 5, I'm going to give you the different stages. It'll say match the age range with the linguistic characteristics associated with that range. So if I said something like this, if I said, child is playing with linguistic sounds, but for the child these sounds might not yet carry meaning. All children do this, even deaf children to an extent. You can probably focus here on 3 to 12 months. That would be connected to the 3 to 12 month stage. So you have I have 3 to 12, 6 to 12, 8 to 18, 18 to 24, and 2 to 4 years. And with each of those, you need to match what are the linguistic characteristics that children can do at that age. That's what question 5 is all about. Question 6, I'm going to give you an example conversation that an adult has with a child, and then it'll say, this example illustrates the imitation theory, or it casts doubt on another theory, something like that. And I'll give you another example of that also, and then I'll ask you to draw a conclusion based on that example of what the child is saying, or what the child cannot say grammatically. So the fact that the child cannot say that, even though the adult is modeling the correct form, what does that mean? What conclusion can you draw there? Think about that. Okay, the next 3 questions, I will give you different, what I call strengths and weaknesses, and then you'll have to say this relates to the imitation theory, the correction reinforcement theory, or the constructions of rules theory. So that covers the next 3 questions. And then question number 11, this is more of a short answer. It's kind of a short essay. I'll ask you to write your 100-word plus response, and it's asking about why do you think adults find it difficult to acquire a second language? What are some factors that make it harder for adults to learn a new language compared to children who seem to learn a second language much easier? So that's your only what I call short answer or essay in the whole test. Then the last question is asking you to match up the theories of adult language acquisition. So you have to choose among critical period theory, no difference theory, and competition theory. That's kind of what that is. And that's what the final exam entails. It's just really a psycholinguistic kind of focus, because I just don't have enough time to cover everything during the semester here. So I'm trying to cover the most important parts of what's in the textbook and what else that I want to add to. And I focused in this course on the areas that I thought you would have more difficulties with, right? A lot of people understand a lot about psycholinguistics. This is very easy. But syntax and morphology, phonetics, now most students come into this course with almost zero knowledge in those areas. So I try to hit hard in those areas more, because that's where we have the gap. We don't know as much. All right.